Welcome. I'm Dr. Mike DeBoer, president of B3 Sciences, and in this short video, we're going to share with you a new way to walk. Let's first talk about what type of exercise is necessary. You know, from the time we're kids until we become older adults, our U.S. Department of Health and many prestigious universities and any doctor you go to would tell you, you need to be active, getting at least 150 minutes weekly of vigorous exercise. But here's the challenge. Harvard Health has told us what that is. It's not light exercise. Going for a walk isn't enough. Doing light strength training isn't enough. It needs to be vigorous exercise. How do you know when it's vigorous? You feel the burn or the lactic acid in your muscles when you're doing it. Harvard Health wants us to get 4 days a week of vigorous aerobic exercise, 45 minutes or more, and 2 days a week of strength training, 45 minutes or more. Now, here's the problem. Most people can do light exercise, but they can't do vigorous exercise. Why? Either they're too busy, and most people, as we get into our middle ages and senior years, have too much pain in our body. We can't tolerate vigorous exercise like running or jogging or vigorous bike riding and strength training. And the people who are doing exercise like walking or light bike riding, it's not high intensity. It's not vigorous. It does not produce results. And now with social distancing, we have the added problem. That's why the new technology of B3 bands is so exciting. As we go over this over the next few minutes, no longer will you have to lift heavy weights. You won't even have to go to a gym. You don't have to work out for 45 minutes to an hour. And you don't need to be sore during the workout, after workout. You don't even need to be sore the next day. You're going to be able to do it right from home, from work or travel. And many people never even change their clothes. You don't even need home equipment. It's as simple as going for a walk or doing some other light exercise you like to do. And as you're going to see from the science and studies, it promotes strong bones and a big growth hormone surge. And the breakthrough is called B3 bands. It has over 40 years of results and research in Japan. It was brought here to the United States several years ago and proven in our USA Olympic athletes. And now, over 9,000 people in B3 in just 1 year are experiencing the results. And we're talking about people of all ages, kids all the way up to seniors, people who aren't athletes all the way to elite level athletes. And it's been proven to get results. And it's proven to benefit your bones, your heart, and even your brain. Why does it work? Well, I want you to imagine you're going for a walk or a bike ride or a swim or yoga or doing some light exercise. The challenge is that exercise is not vigorous enough to deplete oxygen in the muscles. Now, how do you know that the oxygen is depleted? You feel the burn in the muscles when the oxygen is depleted, and that's where the good stuff happens. Again, most people can't do it. So when you put the B3 bands, as you see on these people's arms and legs, it safely slows down oxygen. So I want you to imagine you're going for a walk and you're 1 to 2 minutes into the walk and you start to feel a light burn in your muscles. What's going on? Your muscles are now out of oxygen because the bands have slowed that oxygen down. Your muscles in your legs actually think you're running sprints, and you get that wonderful exercise burn very fast. And then the real profound thing that happens, you're doing something light, again, biking, swimming, walking, but you're getting a fatigue in your muscles as if you're doing high intensity exercise. And anybody can do it. You won't be sore, you won't have pain, and best of all, although you're doing something light, you're going to get a big growth hormone surge. Look at this study. Over on the left side is men doing typical weightlifting, lifting medium weights to where they fatigue, and they get down to a fatigue of about 30 to 35% in their muscles. And at this level, they're not getting much growth hormone. This is where most people can exercise, but they can't get growth hormone. Now, this is the same middle-aged men on the right side of the chart in the study, putting the bands on their arms, pumping them up and putting some air in them, and then doing light exercise like bicep curls with light dumbbells like 5 pounds. Look at the oxygen deficit in the muscles that they're hitting. These oxygen deficits in this light exercise, like you will experience walking, is typically reserved for elite level athletes. I'm going to repeat this one more time. You're doing something light like walking, but your muscles are fatiguing as if you are an elite level athlete. And studies prove it. There's over 7 studies posted on our website. There's 20 or 30 posted actually online, 7 of which show the growth hormone results. This is a study on middle-aged men showing a 25 times increase in growth hormone doing light exercise. Let me put this in perspective for you. Most people go through their entire life never experiencing growth hormone surge from exercise. Can you imagine what would happen if you start getting that every day? Well, let me share some stories with you. Kathy and Ronnie in their 60s, they've tried everything, every diet, every type of exercise program. What's the problem? They can't fatigue their muscles in a deep enough oxygen deficit to get results. And all the diets do is frustrate them. We gave them the bands. They simply started walking the dog with the bands. What do they feel? After about 5 to 10 minutes, they feel that light burn in their legs like they're running. And what happened? In 6 weeks, they lost 40 pounds together. Their energy skyrocketed, and now they have more muscle tone and strength by simply walking. Here's Stan. Stan is not a gym guy. He's not going to go to the gym. He's not going to lift weights. He needed to lose weight. He started using the bands in his basement, doing light exercises like going up and down the stairs, and some light leg and upper body exercises that we gave him to do right in his home. No pain, no soreness. He lost 100 pounds in 9 months. How about people who are in pain? Dusty had to stop exercising due to pain from multiple sclerosis. And she was very frustrated and depressed. She started using the B3 bands and doing things like walking at the store when she'd shop, or doing one of our light exercise videos at home. And when she does this, she's doing a light exercise, but she starts to feel that light burn, and that creates all this wonderful response in her body, including growth hormone. And she'll tell you, I can exercise again. She doesn't have pain. She's at increase in stamina, strength, and endurance. How about people who like to swim? Kathy and Estes in their early 70s love to go for a swim. Now they put the bands on, they get a deeper oxygen deficit, they get that light burn, they're leaner, stronger, fitter, and getting health benefits. How about people who are already exercising, doing like things like biking or pickleball or golf or tennis, but not losing any weight? When you put the bands on and do these exercises, you'll feel the light burn in your muscles, which stimulates growth hormone. And then what happens? You lose weight. Keith plays pickleball 10, 12, 15 hours per week, could not lose weight. And pickleball is a wonderful sport, but it's not high enough intensity for Keith to feel the burn in his muscles. He puts the bands on for the first 10 minutes when he plays, lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks. And look at these other benefits. Can you imagine going for a walk and having stronger bones? That's exactly what this study showed. 3 weeks of walk training showed a significant increase, 35 times increase in bone-specific alkaline phosphatase. Guess what else benefits? Your cardiovascular system. Because while you're walking, your body thinks you're doing vigorous aerobic activity. And studies prove that walking with BFR bands like B3 actually helps your cardiovascular system get younger. Guess what else gets stronger? Your immune system. Here's another study showing that light exercise with BFR bands like B3 bands simulates high intensity exercise, which stimulates a big immune system boost. How about people with varicose veins? Did you ever think you could go for a walk and improve these? This is exactly what a study showed. After 6 weeks of walk training, 16 women ages 59 to 78, walking with BFR bands like B3 bands showed significant improvement in venous compliance. Well, B3 bands are for people of all ages, busy moms, dads, kids and seniors, athletes at all levels, people in pain, people with early cardiovascular disease, people with osteoporosis, injured rehab, or are physically challenged. And B3 bands are safe. In a study, they surveyed 12,000 people over 30 sessions, and BFR training with bands like B3 bands was shown to be safe for healthy people and can also be applied to people with various kinds of physical conditions, including cerebrovascular disease, orthopedic disease, obesity, cardiac disease, neuromuscular, diabetes, hypertension, and even respiratory disease. When you join B3 and order your B3 bands, we're going to make it very easy for you to get started and make sure that it's safe for you. Number one, order your bands. A set of bands that will last you years is $429. $429 to cut your exercise down in half, to be able to exercise from anywhere, to never need a gym anymore if you don't want a gym membership, and to get in the best shape of your life. Now, in addition to the bands that will fit your legs and arms, we're also going to give you a free set of exercise tubing so that you can do some light strength training along with walking. And most important, we're going to assign you one of our B3 coaches to give you a 30-day program. Now, you can choose the walk for fitness or lose weight, tone up, get in shape, build muscle, perform better. We actually have over 25 different programs you can choose from. Why is this important? Because your coach is going to send you easy to follow instruction and exercise videos, and your coach will always be there to answer any questions that you have. In addition, you get a 30-day test drive with B3 bands. If for any reason you're not completely satisfied after experiencing the bands and trying them walking, simply send them back for a full refund. We even have a zero down, zero interest program for 6 months in our partnership with PayPal. Now, if you've got any questions, maybe you've got a condition that you're concerned about, like heart disease or diabetes, and you want to ask us some questions or see some of the science, you can visit our website. You might be on it right now and go into any of our 3 sections, B3 Health, B3 Results, where you can learn more about walking and B3 bands. And if at any time you have any questions at all, simply send an email over to support@b3sciences.com. Well, I'm excited for you to simply start walking. You know, everybody would go for a walk the dog, walk with your kids, walk with your spouse. But until B3 bands, you couldn't be healthy, fit, strong, and in the best shape of your life by walking. But now with this new technology, you can.